Picture this. You're walking through a museum looking at ancient Egyptian artifacts. Stone bowls, stone vases, nothing too exciting, right? Just old pottery that people used thousands of years ago. But wait. What if I told you that some of these simple stone vessels were made with the precision of a computer? What if I told you they're so perfectly crafted that modern machines controlled by computers can barely match their accuracy? What if I told you they were made over 5,000 years ago, when humans had barely figured out the wheel? Scientists took 22 of these ancient vessels and put them through CT scanners. You know, those hospital machines that can see inside your body. They wanted to measure them down to the tiniest detail. What they found broke their understanding of history. Some of these vessels are perfectly round and centered to within 15 microns. 15 microns. Do you know how small that is? That's smaller than the width of a human hair. That's the kind of precision you get from a computer-controlled machine spinning at thousands of RPMs with diamond-tipped cutting tools. But these were supposedly made in 3200 BCE, before iron, before electricity, before anyone had even dreamed of precision engineering. So the scientists said, okay, let's test this. They gave modern craftspeople the exact same tools that ancient Egyptians supposedly had. Copper chisels, wooden sticks, sand for polishing, stone hammers. The modern craftspeople, skilled artisans with years of experience, they tried their best. They really did. The results? Obviously handmade, wobbly, imperfect human. Exactly what you'd expect from someone carving stone by hand. But the ancient vessels, they have lathe marks, circular scratches that only come from spinning machinery. They're so perfectly symmetrical that when you rotate their 3D scans, you can't even tell they're moving. They look like computer models. We're not talking about one or two ceremonial pieces here. We're talking about thousands of these impossibly precise vessels scattered across Egypt, mass production, industrial scale, made from the hardest stones imaginable. Granite, diorite, materials that make modern diamond-tipped tools work overtime. And yet ancient Egyptians supposedly carved them with copper and patience. It's like discovering medieval peasants were mass-producing smartphones. Two groups of vessels emerged from this study. The super precise ones that scream machine-made, and the rough ones that whisper handmade. So here's the question that keeps archaeologists awake at night. How do you explain machine precision manufacturing in a world that hadn't invented machines? How do you explain computer-level accuracy in a civilization that was supposedly just learning to work metal? How do you explain thousands of possibilities sitting in museums, tagged as primitive, ancient pottery. Because here's the thing. Academia doesn't want to talk about this. It's too inconvenient, too disruptive. It doesn't fit the nice, neat timeline of human progress they've spent centuries building. But the evidence is there, measured, documented, undeniable. 15-micron precision, lathe marks, mass production. 5,000 years before any of this should have been possible. So what happened? Did ancient Egyptians have technology we've forgotten? Did they discover manufacturing techniques that we've somehow lost completely? Or is our entire understanding of when human civilization achieved advanced technology wrong? These aren't just stone bowls sitting in glass cases. They're evidence that everything we think we know about the past might be incomplete. They're whispers from a lost world that achieved the impossible. They're proof that human capability has depths we haven't even begun